Elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah, Rabbil alemin. Estağfirullah, estağfirullah, estağfirullah, ellezî la ilahe illa huvel hayyul kayyum ve etûbü ileyh. Vesvel tevbete vel mağfirete vel hidayete innehu ettevvâbur rahîm. وَعَفْوَ عَنَّا يَا كَرِيمُ وَعَفْوَ عَنَّا يَا كَرِيمُ وَعَفْوَ عَنَّا يَا كَرِيمُ وَاغْفِرْ لَنَا بِفَضْلِكَ يَا رَحْمَنُ يَا رَحِيمُ يَا مَلِكُ يَا قُدُسُ يَا حافظ يَا Allah. El-evvel ya Allah, el-ahir ya Allah, el-zahir ya Allah, el-batin ya Allah, hayrihi ve şerrihi min Allahu Teala. Ve eşhedü en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerike leh ve eşhedü enne Muhammeden abduhu ve resuluhu. Esselatu vesselamu aleyke ya Resulallah. Esselatu vesselamu aleyke ya Habiballah. Esselatu vesselamu aleyke ya seyyidel evveline vel ahirin. İşvelena ya şefiyel müzzibin. Bi rahmetike ya erhamer rahimin. Allah Teala fi kitab-ül aziz. Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Akimis salate li zulûli şemsi ila gasâkil leyli ve Kur'anel fecr. Sadakallahul azim. Allahu Teala says in Quran al-Karim, keep up prayer from the decline of the sun till the darkness of the night, and the recital of the Quran at dawn. And Surah Taha, Allah Ta'ala says, praise your Lord before rising of the sun and before it is setting, and glorify Him during the hours of the night and part of the day. And Surah Hud, Allah Ta'ala says, and keep up prayer at the two ends of the day and the first hours of the night. The Quran al-Karim does not even clearly give us the times of the prayers. So it is not a description of how to make one's prayer. So it is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam who has brought us as a gift of Allah Ta'ala when he returned from the Miraj, the 5 times prayer which we do. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Salat is the mirage of my ummah. He says, Salat is the light of my eyes. In a few minutes, we will do Salat in Jum'ah the way we usually do. The other day, it dawned to me all of a sudden that I really am not happy at all. Not at all. The way I am doing my prayer. not compared to others, but compared to how I used to do my prayers when I met my Shaykh 40 years ago and started doing my prayers. The difference is enormous. We are told to make our prayers in khushu and wudu. Who knows what is the meaning of khushu and wudu? I asked many people. Some say they didn't know, and some gave me descriptions which didn't convince me at all. I am not satisfied the way I am doing my prayers, which is, I think, of great importance. I don't know about you. Some people came and complained to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam of the same situation. They said that as soon as they start making their prayers, all sorts of unrelated ideas come to their minds. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave them some advice and warned them that it was very, very difficult. It's one of the mysteries of Salat, and in fact that which really shows us how important it is that with the slightest of carelessness, oops, goes away, because all sorts of strange thoughts come in one's mind. In our other activities, it doesn't happen. But how is it that in making our salat, that it happens to us that the mind goes somewhere else? So when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, yes, indeed, it was very difficult to concentrate in one's salat, to be able to finish it without one's mind wandering to other nonsense, Rasulullah said, well, I told you it was difficult. I am going to give my robe as a gift to any of you who could do 2 rakats of salat without their minds wandering elsewhere. Hazrat Abu Darda radiallahu anh, he was one of the most devout amongst the Ashab al-Kiram, said, Ya Rasulullah, permit me to try. So here is Abu Darda, Rasulullah and the Ashab are standing and watching. Hazrat Abu Darda turned toward the Kaaba, raised his hand, said, Allahu Akbar, and started making 2 rakats of salat. At the first, Rasulullah intently looking at him. At the second rakat, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam smiled. And when Abu Darda finished, he said to Hazrat Abu Darda, what happened in the second rakat? Oh, Rasulullah said he, in the second rakat, it came to my mind that you have 2 robes. Which of them are you going to give it to me? No matter how difficult it is, we really have to do our best to do our salat properly. The other day, I read the following, which I would like to repeat to you. Hazreti Asim ibn Yusuf, radiallahu anh, a member of the Ashab-i-Kiram, came to visit his friend, Hazreti Hatem Zahid, radiallahu anh. And in the course of the conversation, Asim asked to Hatem Zahid, how is your prayers going? Are you happy the way you are doing your prayers? And Hazrat Hatem said, yes, he said, I think I am doing it right. Well, how are you doing your prayers? Said the other. And Hatami Zahid, radiallahu anhu, described how he was making his prayers. So please, let us listen and compare it to the way how we do our prayers. Hazrat Hatem Zahid said, in my prayers I follow the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I take ablution even if my ablution is still intact. Then I stand facing the direction of the Kaaba, a long time, till I feel my whole body, from my toes to the top of my head, till I feel that I am present and that I am totally aware. And also, although Allah Ta'ala is invisible and unimaginable, I make myself feel that I am in His presence and that He sees my past and my present and my future, what is in my mind and what is in my heart. And I imagine a line from the Kaaba coming straight to my forehead, and I imagine a line coming from Maqam Ibrahim to my chest. And I imagine that I am standing on Sirat al-Mustaqim, which is thinner than hair and sharper than sword. I imagine Jannah to my right and Jahannam to my left, and the angel of death standing right behind me. And I imagine that this is the last salat I am doing, that after it I will die and I won't be able to do it again. With this feeling, I raise my two hands and with the back of them, I throw all the thoughts and all the worries of the world behind me, and I say, Allahu Akbar. I recite the Quran al-Kareem, contemplating each word, what I am saying. With a total feeling of poverty and need and humbleness, I go to ruku. And when I prostrate, I turn into dust. And at the end, when I say the Kalimah Tawheed, La ilaha illallah, I have an overwhelming hope but when I turn my hand right and left and make salam, I am crushed with the fear that Allah Ta'ala may throw me out of mercy and may abandon me. But each time when I finish my prayers, I feel that I have gained enormous force to enable me to be sincere in life and to be patient with the world. That is how I have been making my prayers for the last 30 years. And Hazrat Asim bin Yusuf said that I cannot even imagine what you are describing to me. And he was shedding tears. How seriously do we take our Islam? How seriously do we take our Islam in our lives, in our daily behavior? Depends how seriously we take that salat which we do 5 times a day. In the hadith, Rasulullah said that it is supposed to regulate our daily lives, 5 times prayer. That it is supposed to prevent us absolutely from sinning. That it is going to give us the energy and the will to do exactly what Allah Ta'ala wills us to do if we make our prayers like I have just read. It's hard. But I know from myself that at the beginning there was such hope, there was such strength, there was such wish, and indeed never it would be like what I have described to you. But certainly at the end of each salat, I felt somehow something added to me 40 years ago. That was the same feeling when precisely 40 years ago, I went to my first Hajj. The awe and the unbelievable feeling when I saw the Kaaba. Then I went many, many times more, many more Hajjs and much more Umrahs. It became, when I saw the Kaaba, I said, hi. There is a horrible loss in anything which becomes habitual. In eating, you will notice that we don't taste our food anymore because it has become habitual. We don't love our wives anymore because it has become habitual. We don't feel anymore even if somebody hits us on a baseball bat because it has become habitual. We have to break habits. Not in everything. Who cares if we don't taste our food? Who cares? We don't feel pain anymore. But our life in this world and the hereafter depend on certain things, and perhaps one of the most important things which our life in here and the hereafter depend is how to relate to our Maker, how to relate to the one who has created us, who keeps us, who feeds us, who loves us, who directs us, our Lord. And the way to enter through his door is Salat. Oh Lord, bless us with the knowledge of the reality of Islam. Bless us with the meaning of the truth of Islam. Bless us with the love of Rasulullah and the love of Allah Ta'ala. For it is only through love that one would obey only the one which one loves. Ya Rabbi, wake us up from the sleep of heedlessness. Ya Rabbi, wake us up from the sleep of heedlessness. Ya Rabbi, wake us up from the sleep of heedlessness. For all the sins and the wrong things which we do is not intended, but done in sleep. Ya Rabbi, wake us up from the sleep of heedlessness. Amen. Amin. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, who has created us in the beautiful shape and form of the human being from a drop of water. We were hungry, you fed us. We were nude, you dressed us. We didn't know how to walk and how to talk. You taught us how to walk and how to talk. Ya Rab, from the moment that we set foot on this planet till the day we will come to you, every moment of our lives, that you know what we need before we even realize ourselves that we need it, and you bring it to us, and much more over and above it. All those gifts, O Lord, that which cannot possibly count, but your greatest gift is that you have given us Iman, you have given us Ihsan, you have given us Islam, you have given us your beloved, your first creation, from which you created everything else, your mercy upon the universe to all mankind, the intercessor of sinners such as ourselves, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, is our example, our guide, our protector, our intercessor. For all those gifts, Ya Rab, you have found us selfish. We do not recognize them. We want more and more and more. Like the Jews of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, we want onions and leeks instead of all those great gifts which you have given us. Oh Lord, have mercy on us. Oh Lord, have mercy on us and teach us thankfulness and count us amongst your thankful servants. And every once in a while, not too often, and never above our forbearance, you test our Iman, whether we truly believe in you, whether we intend to follow you and to obey you, whether we really love you. You test us with little pain, with little sickness, with little hunger, never above our forbearance, and taking away from us things which we think are ours, but indeed all belongs to you. And Ya Rab, you praise patience. You say patience is half of religion. You say patience is the key to paradise. You say patience is the key to success in this life and in this world. But we, oh Lord, we don't know patience. We don't know patience. We complain. We complain about you. We complain about you to our doctors, to our lawyers, to our wives, to our children, to our friends. Oh Lord, shame on us. We tyrannize ourselves how terrible we are. Ya Rabbi, have mercy on us. Teach us patience and count us amongst your patient servants. Ya Rabbi, you say hold on to the rope of Islam. Do not separate yourself each other. Your beloved Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim. He said that if we don't love each other, for Allah's sake, our Iman is incomplete. He says that his ummah is like one single body. If the finger hurts, the whole body hurts. He said, my ummah is one nation. Oh Lord, look at us now. 1,600,000,000 Muslims on the face of this planet, all spread around the place. Nobody knows anybody. Nobody likes anybody. Nobody cares for anybody. Nobody wants to hold the hand of anybody. On the contrary, O Lord, we don't love each other, we hate each other, we kill each other, we torture each other, we destroy each other's homes. But once, not too long ago, we were all together. And when we were all together, we were beautiful, we were wise, we were knowledgeable. Everybody respected us and loved us and feared us and even copied us. Now look at us today, oh Lord, everybody hates us. Ya Rabbi, have mercy on Ummah Muhammad. Ya Rabbi, change the ways of Ummah Muhammad. Ya Rabbi, bring unity and beauty and strength and wisdom back to Ummah Muhammad. Ya Rabbi, bring unity amongst Ummah Muhammad. Ya Rabbi, bring unity amongst Ummah Muhammad. Ya Rabbi, bring unity amongst Ummah Muhammad. Ameen. بحرمة سيدنا المرسلين طه اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد مغفرة الملوان وتعقب الآثاران وشرر الجديدان واستكبر الفرقدان وبلغ بروحه وأرواح أهل بيته من التحيات والسلام وبارك وسلم عليه كثيرا كثيرا كثيرا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين والأنبياء والصالحين وعلى ملائكتك والمقربين وعلى أهل ساعتك أجمعين من أهل السماوات والأرض ورضوان الله تعالى على آل رسول الله وأصحابه أجمعين آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين.